This right here is kind of the crux of waking up at 9 a.m. PDT. You miss news that happens at, 7 a.m. PDT? This was a 10 a.m. thing in Montreal, but the Canadiens have just re-signed Nick Suzuki to an 8-year extension by $7.875 million total dollars. Now, if you do the math on that, 7.875 multiplied out by 8, $63 million till the end of 2030. It's very apparent that the Canadiens don't want to go out there and have another offer sheet situation on their hands next year. And I saw some people bringing this up as to whether or not this could be an indicating move of Marc Bergevin being in his final year or whatever, because he really wants to lock everybody down and leave the next Canadiens GM in a good place when he abandons ship. Okay, no, abandon ship is a bad way to put it. Not abandon ship. Not going to be that dramatic when he leaves, maybe. But that was just some speculation on some people's behalf. Not really too sure if that is really going to be the case. Although, just based off of what we had seen in the media earlier, it appears that that is something that you have to at least think about. But for Nick Suzuki, it's kind of funny. This contract is so polarizing that I think it's just kind of appropriate to go out there and take a look at it from both sides. So, 22 years old, 5'11", 207, right-handed center, signed until 2030. 2030, 2029, 2030. This is past, like, the Black Ops 2 date, you know? And we all kind of know who Nick Suzuki is. He was this guy drafted out of the Vegas system, traded over to Montreal in the Max Pacioretty trade, and he really exploded in the Guelph Storm system a few years after he had been drafted. You can see the point production over here in the postseason with Guelph. 2 points a game. He pretty much solo carried the team into a reverse sweep in the playoffs, and his OHL year in 2018-19 was so gosh darn good. He had, 94 points in 59 games played, and that's kind of the point in this time frame where we were like, okay, yeah, Nick Suzuki is going to be good. Even though he was a mid-round 2017 first-round pick, he was a really good player, and he showed off at that level just the two-way ability, just the offensive flair, the skills, and all that. So Canadiens fans in this time frame were very, very intrigued. His rookie season, 41.71 games. Second season, though, huge improvement. 41 points over 56 games instead. Let's do the math on that. 41 divided by 56, multiplied out by 82. He was on pace for 60 points in his second NHL year. Now, is that a $7.8 million player? Probably not, but there's a difference with Nick Suzuki and other guys that have been out there in similar situations signing long-term deals. This is the difference between Suzuki and Brady Tkachuk. It's the difference between Suzuki and all the other guys that sign short-term bridge deals that are below, $7 or something million. It's that Nick Suzuki's development has been so gosh darn steady and quick. This is the definition of logarithm E right here, where there is a growth pattern that is super easy to lay out. He went from 41 points in 71 games to 41 points in 56 games, and he was an absolute gamer in the postseason. 16 points, 22 games played. Even last year, 7 points, 10 games played in the bubble. You take a look at the previous playoffs before that, the OHL, almost at 2 points a game. He shows up when it matters. He has shown maturity and growth at the highest level, and he's a guy that when you take a look at how he plays, it's like, yeah, this guy's going to be better. You're not paying 7.8 for the player he is right now. You're paying 7.8 for the player that he will be, honestly, 2 to 3 years from now. This could be a Leon Draisaitl-like contract where it's like, wow, that guy's only making 7.8 by the time 2024 rolls around. That's an absolute steal. And there's a big difference in this profile than there is with a Brady Tkachuk, for example, because oh, Lego, if you're saying that you're paying for the future for Nick Suzuki, why aren't you saying the same for Tkachuk? Why are you giving Tkachuk criticism for wanting 8.4 by 8? Because because Brady Tkachuk is so below that threshold. For Nick Suzuki, it's like, okay, you can see the development. For Brady, it's like he has been the same player the past 3 years, and the comparables for the contract are so above and beyond ridiculous that we can make an entire other video talking about Brady Tkachuk and that. In fact, you know what? I want to do that. Yeah, this video is about Suzuki, so the Habs fans can get their love. Next video, I guess, we're going to talk about Brady Tkachuk and how that goes down. But either way, Nick Suzuki is signed to an extension. Sure, is it a big overpayment in the short term? Maybe. I don't even know if I want to say if it's a big overpayment. If Nick Suzuki goes out there and improves on this points per game like he has been every year, let's say he gets, I don't know, he was on pace for 60 points last season in a full 82-game season. Let's say he goes out there and he gets, I don't know, 73 points. Is that a $7.8 million player? You could very well make the debate that is a $7.8 million player. So talk to me in the comments. What do you think about the Montreal Canadiens re-signing Nick Suzuki? I apologize for the news being late. As you can see, the tweet was posted at 6:56 a.m. It's 8:20 a.m. as I'm recording this piece of audio. I hope you enjoyed this video. And bye.